welcome back to part 3 of the messages in a bottle. I have started working on some of the papers, but I wanted to just show you what we've done so far. We made the cover and spray painted it and reinforced the inside and back with the gauze material. I forget what they call this stuff, but you all know what I'm talking about. It's like gauze. I think it's for canning or something. But and then what I've done now is I've started on the cover, and I have started on this inside flap. This is the smaller spine on this side, so it's going to sit like that, and then this is the larger spine that's going to go over top, and it's going to end up like that. So I'm going to have enough space in here for something fairly thick. So I thought that what I might put in there, now this could change because that often does, but what I thought I would do is sew in here. I've created a bit of a booklet cover, and I haven't got it much further than just putting a little piece on the front, but I'm going to sew that in to the top edge of this 2.5 inch piece. I'm going to sew that in on the top inch, and inside of it I'm going to have bound the waterfall. And the waterfall, I haven't finished decorating it, but I've gotten started. So the waterfall will be sewn into here, and this pages will also be covered with some nice paper. So in the end, that waterfall will sit in center here. Now, I might change my mind. I also have a journal. Some nice journal pages. And I've got to add more pages to this. And I might end up thinking of a way to sew that into there. So like I say, it's always a work in progress. So until I actually get it done, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I may end up building a flap and a journal here that can go in. And then this part would be removable, like maybe a big, large pocket. And this can just slip in. I'm kind of tempted to do that because there's so much room here. So anyway, if I do that, then I will put the waterfall on the back page here, right? So I'm not sure. I might just put it just straight waterfall. I might use this. I don't know. So this is the way I do it. So I just want to give you an idea of where I'm starting. And in the center here, I thought I would do something like this. This opens, and I have a page here, and a page here, and a back page that I can decorate. As I go, I will show you. I mean, basically all I've done is taken my pages and added some different pieces of other pictures and stuff that I've gotten off the internet a lot, or from digitals. So I've just kind of cut those, and what I do is I just do the water around on a paintbrush around the edges so that it's wet, and then you can tear it more easily. So and then that could go on a page. So I've got a number of mermaids here, and some tag material, and some lined paper, and some more other digitals here, and some more pretty papers here as well that need to just find a home. So as I go, also I have all of these that messages that I want to get into here somewhere. So I've got lots to think about, and I will be doing those pages and showing you as I go. Okay, so stay tuned. Hi. Okay, so I've gone a little further here and decided that what I'm going to do is create a pocket here, a large pocket. So I decided I'm going to put a large pocket on this side, and put my booklet inside of the pocket here. And I had debated that anyway. This is what I decided that I'm going to end up doing. Putting the pocket on this side. I'm going to decorate that, of course, with some beautiful papers. I'm not sure which ones yet, but there's plenty to choose from. And then that will open up something like that. And we're going to put the journal over on this side. So what I had to do was go back and create a bunch more coffee stain papers. And I've got the legal size papers, so that's a little bit longer. I think these are 14 instead of 11. So that gives me a little bit of, by the time I put it into the book, I'll have that extra length. And that will allow me, all right, so here's an example. So there's the paper. So because it's that long, I've got that extra length here. So that allows me room to fold. And then I can fold these frontwards or backwards. And I could add some variation into the booklet here. So I'm going to be able to embellish this a little bit more. And have plenty of space for writing as well. So this has become fairly grungy. But I edged the all the edges with some browns and some blues, and created the booklet journal for writing. And like I said, this is just starter stuff, but I wanted to sort of give you an idea of where I decided to go with all of this. So this will be decorated all fancy inside here somehow. There's a big pocket in here, which is kind of nice. Maybe be able to do something with that. I will sew this, bind this little journal together somehow, and I may bind it right into here. And I probably won't actually. I'll probably have that so that's freestanding so it can just come out. So it'll just slip into there and be for storage for the journal. And that's about where I've gotten the last few days. So I'm going to work on this some more, and I'll add some more to this video in the next part. Okay, so I figured maybe I'll take you along a little bit on this next process, rather than just having it shown to you and saying, and this is what I did. So I'm going to show you a little bit of how I'm thinking of doing it. So I have this large envelope, and it is, it's about 12 up to the flap there. 12 by 9, and I folded it. I've made a spine of about, I guess that's a good, probably half an inch, about a half an inch spine for the book to fit in, so they'll have enough room, because the book's going to be fairly thick by the time I get all the pages decorated and everything else. So I figure I'm going to need that for sure. So I put a one of my messages on the front of it, and to start off with the decorations, I figured that would look kind of nice. And I'm going to do more inking. And I am also going to put a piece of cardstock inside to keep that, to give that a little bit more strength. And then I'm going to make, this is the cover for the book journal. And that will, like I said, that'll go into the whole laptop, or lapbook, sorry. So, like I said, that's going to fit in here. It'll have a little bit of a spine, so that's going to fill some of that space there. So by the time I'm all done and I've got my journal in, that's going to fill up that 1 inch on this side of the 2.5 inch spine. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more, do some more decorating, inking, and probably get this journal that I have created here, get this fancied up a little bit more, I might cut these pages down just a bit because it's going to stick out quite a bit more than I really want it to. So I'm going to fiddle with this a bit, and then I'll show you as I go. So I've put a little bit of glue inside on the back of this just to hold that cardstock in there a little bit. I might still use this as a pocket. I don't know yet, so I don't want to glue it too tight until I've decided for sure. And then I creased the card before I put it in so that it will fold as well on here. And now I'm going to add a little bit of gauze, and this stuff is actually called cheesecloth, and I couldn't remember that earlier. But so again, I'm just using that Yes paste, and I've been using it mostly through this whole book. I showed you that earlier, and I'm finding it's pretty good. Pretty good paste for what I'm doing here, because I'm using quite a bit of it. And I'm just going to put a double layer of that cheesecloth on there, and make sure that that's well supported. So I just stick it down like that. All right, so like I said, I will continue on with decorating, and get that stuck down pretty good, and I'll let that dry, and I'll carry on with something else. So I decided I am going to cut these pages down a bit, and so I'm just deconstructing my book a bit, and I'm going to make sure that I don't cut off the flap. And I'm not worried about cutting all the pages the same, because in the end I want it to be all different size pages anyway on the edge. So I'm going to cut all of these down like that. Some of the printed pages are easy because I just kind of line that up and decide how much I'm going to cut off, and take a strip of that off. And then I'm going to probably cut a little bit off the tops as well, because I don't want it, well, I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. All right. Okay, so I trimmed those pages down. It fits better into this cover, so I'm liking that. I might have to work on that a bit more, but I'm going to probably ink these pages edges a little bit more. I kind of like more of a blue, and I'll put more of a blue around the edge here. So I've got some oxide, crushed pistachio, I think it is, oxide paint. And I'm just going to add that on the edges like that. And oxide's a ink and paint mix. So it's gonna have a nice effect, I think. So this is how I do it. I just paint it on fairly organically. I let it do its thing on the page edges like that. I think that'll be kind of cool. And I can add more water in a minute if I feel like I want to, just to get that to maybe run a little bit. So all of my books, I don't mass make and I don't compartmentalize my makes and, you know, have a bunch of stuff ready to go. I kind of make it as I feel I need, whatever inspires me to make next. I have a few things, I guess, that are kind of ready to go, but most of it is I make the stuff as I feel. I'm not trying to mass produce stuff. I don't, you know, sell particularly. I make some custom orders, but I don't have to mass produce. So this is the way I like to create, and this is my process of how I do my journals. So that's what I just thought I'd show you, that we all do things differently. So this is the way I do it, mine. So, and then if I feel like I get a little too much on there, I might just get a little of that off. And yeah, so I'll see how I think I like that. I wanted to brighten it up a little bit because I was feeling a little bit kind of decrepit, and everything doesn't have to be decrepit. So this is kind of where I've gotten so far, but I like that. I think that's kind of looking nice. And since the pages are a little wet, it is running a little bit. And like all the pages don't have it on there, but I can just go in and select. So I've got that beautiful color on there, and I'm liking that. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll do more of this, and I don't know, might add another color here. We'll see. So like, since this this stuff is always water reactive, I can just go in and spray more and let that do its thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Just add a little bit of more water to the pages on the edges there so that it can run down. And then I'm going to possibly add just a titch of the mica, just to bring a little blue back into that. And I just spray the mica, and then I add a little water, and I do the same thing. I just add a little of that to my edge. And I'm going to try and get those folded pieces particularly on those pages. And I just add that. Top, bottom, all around. Sometimes I'll just dunk it right in the, and do a little smooshing. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to leave the book sat up that way, so the moisture is wicking downwards, and that'll help to take that color down into the pages a little more as well. I'm going to just kind of check some of these spots that I've got a little dark. See if I can lighten those up just a titch. A titch. Right? And so we'll, like I said, we'll leave that go and see how that turns out. And I'll work on something else. So I mixed, again, my oxide paint and dye fusion. And I mixed that. And I'm going to just do something on the edges of this. We'll see how that, if that separates, if the mica from the blue, if that'll show up, if that'll come through. So there, you know, whether it'll come through the oxide or not. So let's just give that a little spray as well. Is that putting that blue in really turned that color again. So whether I'm going to keep with that or not, I don't know. But there we go. That's looking all right. So all I'm doing now is, because I have paint left here, I'm going to add a little bit, because I want to, I'm adding it to the cover edges again, just to bring that color into the cover that I have inside the book, just to keep it, you know, cohesive. Oops, I wanted that and I didn't want it green, so so yeah, just adding a little bit of that to there, and hoping that that's going to not really look so green, but more of an aqua watery color once it's dried. So we'll see what we end up with here. So if you haven't subscribed and you like what I do and you would like to see more, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get notifications. I think you have to be on a laptop or a cell phone or something to be able to do that. I sometimes stream it through my TV, and then I haven't got those options, but yeah, if you want to see more, I don't post often, but I have to wait till I'm feeling inspired. So what I'm going to do is dip that yellow in there a little bit. Try and get a little more of that onto those edges as well, to that binding. Oops, sorry. It's okay, so we'll see how this ends up. So I've got to cover these yet, so there's still lots that has to happen here. So but that's probably all I'm gonna do for this video, and because I'm thinking I'd like to get this posted so that people that are following along can stay with me. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, continuing with pages.